Welcome to Andrew Talks with your host, Andrew.
Welcome back to another Andrew Talks. Today, I want to discuss the difference between marketing channel and tracking code. And to do this, we really need to take a step back into the past and understand how and when these dimensions were created. Originally, tracking code was created and was designed to track paid campaigns using signals to indicate what was a known channel. This is normally in the form of query string. But I have used a cookie the developers dropped when necessary to track whenever a paid campaign was coming in. When we talk about paid campaign, it's not only about paid, but links that were in control by the company to be able to put on to understand that the clients were coming to their site via that particular link. Now, Adobe saw that many of their customers were requesting engineering services to pay for a new report in Adobe Analytics known as a unified sources. This unified sources was able to determine what was the last channel that a customer came in on, not only from a known link, but from organic sources such as social media, direct, or even SEO. That Sky. We even paid for this service. And it was very important because it wasn't so much about knowing how the last known link a customer came in, but it was knowing what was the actual last method a customer came in via. Now, Adobe took this opportunity to create marketing channels. I will give them props because by creating these marketing channels, they were actually willing to give up a source of revenue because a lot of clients were paying for this engineering service. And anytime a change was needed, that was additional money that they were getting paid to make these changes. Now, what's really great about marketing channels is it completely replicated the unified sources, but made it even better because it gave us full control to determine what were the rules that were needed to be able to determine what channels they were coming from. Additionally, we had two separate reports. We had one that says this is the channel they came in, and here is the exact methodology for how they came in. Now, with this being in the hands of the clients now have the full control to determine what is a channel that a customer came in. And they can make these changes as and when needed with no additional cost. Now, we need to actually start looking at what are the differences between these two different methodologies. Tracking code is designed only for tracking known links, while marketing channel can determine both known links and organic. They both can be set up with a custom expiration. So we can determine if you want the expiration to be a week, 1 month, or even 3 months. The big difference is a tracking code will act like an EVAR, where it will have a hard expiration. Once it reaches that timeline, it expires. With marketing channels, every time a customer came back, it will renew. So if you set up for 30 days and 7 days from now, you come back, that 30 days is now renewed for marketing channel. But for tracking code, it's already lost the 7 days from the last time it was set. And this is making an assumption that you came in via a known link, and then the second time you came back, you came via another source that was more organic, which did not overwrite the last channel. Now, since tracking code only gives you the value that you capture, marketing channel has a lot more benefits because you have the exact channel they came in and the full indication of what it was that they came in via. What I love is the fact that with marketing channel, you can set up classification for the channel and you get classification via the exact details for how they came in. Marketing channel also gives you the ability to look at not just the marketing channel, but the last touch and first touch out of the box. Now, since tracking code acts like an EVAR, it only tells what is past, which is normally these known links. But marketing channel will give you both the last, original, first, and will allow you to be able to determine how you want it set up. If you want to know both known links and organic links. This is the best methodology for doing the tracking. One thing I do see quite frequently is people do not really understand how these differ. There are many times where I will see that they say that the marketing channel is not correct based off of their validation. And when I look at the report, I see that they're using both marketing channel and tracking code. And they say, see, I'm seeing tracking code of paid search, but marketing channel is saying it's SEO. That means marketing channel is wrong. And it is valid looking at this, and I can see why they believe it is wrong. But what that's really telling you is that a customer came back via SEO, and their previous one before the expiration was a paid search, which is the tracking code. If you want to do validation to ensure that your marketing channel is working correctly, you want to use marketing channel with marketing channel details with the metric marketing channel instances. Marketing channel instances will increment by one every time that marketing channel is set based off of the rules that you set up. You don't want to use visits because you can have the value persist, especially if it's something that did not overwrite. Now, I'm not saying that you should never use marketing channel with tracking code. It is perfectly valid to do it for the right analysis, but you need to understand what it's telling you. But how you use these reports is down to your use cases. What is the business question that you're trying to answer? You need to really look at the report and know how and when things are getting set. You must understand the nuances behind it. It's kind of like learning a foreign language. How many times have you heard of a word and they go, you know what, it really doesn't translate to English quite correctly. It's kind of like this, but it's not really this. And that's how you need to think about your digital analytics report. Sometimes it's a lot easier to understand it if you are down in the weeds and you really understand what it means. But without that in-depth knowledge, you may believe that something is incorrect, but really it's telling you one thing, but you're seeing something else. If you do not know the tool that you're using, how can you confidently say what it is trying to tell you? Now, this is a very complicated topic because it is highly misunderstood, but I do hope that this has helped out, giving a little bit more understanding of what are the differences. If you want to validate marketing channel, use marketing channel details and marketing channel instances. If you want to completely ignore any organic traffic, then tracking code is really good for that. And if you want to merge them together, do it with caution. Do it with the full understanding of knowing that you will be spending a little bit more time really looking at the report to understand what it means. I have been doing this for over 15 years, and even I will have to slow down and stop and think, what is this report actually telling me whenever I do merge them together? Which is why I don't do it often. If there's anything that you want to know more about, feel free to reach out and I can take those questions and create a small podcast like this. Thank you so much for listening and keep on analyzing.